welcome to the Spark Your Interest podcast, joined with Josh and Sam from New Age Electrical, and this is our first one. So we don't know what we're doing. It can only get better from here.
Or worse.
Or worse. Could get worse. So it's either going to get real good, real shit, but we'll just have to find out and see. So the whole, reason we're doing it, or the aim for it?
The aim of it, I don't know, just to spark some interest.
Yeah, that's it. Plan's just going to be, it's not full electrical, we're not going to be talking about rules and regs and stuff like that. It's going to be a bit of electrical chat. We'll get some different people on, Sparkies and other trades. We're going to be doing one every week, which is going to be Toolbox Friday, which will be, we're going to bring a tool in, something new. I'll probably buy something new because I don't use them anyway, but I'm going to buy something new every week. And it's just going to be stuff that maybe we haven't used before, stuff that's handy that other people haven't bought yet or anything like that, or just something that we use that helps our day-to-day life, I guess. So that'll be like a weekly thing. And then we'll be bringing people in separately, doing some chats. And then for the podcast side of things, video side of things for YouTube, we're going to be doing some more stuff on site. So we'll be getting some videos on site, not tutorials. It's going to be more just like showcasing a bit of the work. So stuff like automation, stuff about EV charging, probably some solar jobs, and some of the high-end residential stuff we're doing, just covering some rough-ins and fit-offs and stuff like that, trying to get the boys G'd up and get on camera. So see how we go. But other than that, we're just going to wing it and
see how it goes.
But to start it, we're going to start with a Toolbox Friday. So I'm going to start with my tool.
Actually, I want to shout out first. I'm going to do a shout out to Earth for the Aussie lagers that we got here.
Yeah, good. Earth beer.
Enjoying those. Cheers,
good.
boys.
I haven't had a sip yet. They are good. That's the boys at Earth Brewery in Coogin. Absolute legends. So thank you. They support us and getting around it. So that's awesome. So we'll probably be drinking a few of them. All right, I'm starting. My tool it's a rip-off. They're not Nipex.
They're Nipex, but
they look like it.
Yeah,
they do look good. But these are a $30 Amazon rip-off. I haven't actually used them yet. I've been messing around with them, but no, they feel good. They're pretty solid.
They look pretty solid.
They're solid. For $30, I don't reckon you can go wrong with that. So $30, full kit.
Yeah, but what are the Nipex ones worth? The Nipex ones are probably $60 to $100.
Yeah, they're hundreds and hundreds. So, mate, for a tool that we don't use, what are we using that? We're not doing heaps of control wiring or anything. So, we're using it in boards and on flex cables, but we're not doing control boards.
No, but they're, like you said, they're good for neutral leads, for RCDs.
Yeah, exactly.
And making your boards look good.
100%. So, I reckon for $30, if you get a year out of that,
that's good.
I reckon you'd be safe. I'm not going to use these. It comes with a whole box of
ferrules.
Of the ferrules, but I don't know, for $30, I don't think you'd be expecting them to be rated.
No, they'd probably be shit.
So I'd probably, we'll
just get those from the wholesaler, sure.
They come good, yeah. I'll be buying new ones of those, but mate, for $30, even if you're on auto cables and stuff, if you're using it on 12 volt and stuff, I don't think it's going to be that much of a drama, but definitely for $240, I wouldn't be using them.
Well, they just have to make everything look a heap more professional as well if you're using it properly.
Heaps cleaner.
You get better connections.
Yeah.
You're not going to have, strands going amiss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't fold them yet. Haven't used them. I don't know how long they're going to last, but if I'm using it, I'm not.
Mate, if they're in your car, they'll last a long time.
They'll last forever.
You won't use them.
I'll be messing around with. You'll just be going around.
I'll just be fucking using them as well.
Right, you'll be going around houses and seeing PowerPoints with ferrules on the end of them. That's what it's going to end up being. Just so I can use them. That's when I'll give you a hot tip of when I bought the cable stapler.
Yeah,
the Milwaukee 18 volt cable stapler that I think I used it once and put a staple through a cable, but I was just running around the yard here, banging it into bits of wood and stuff like that. So
there's more staples in the yard than there is in anyone's
house. But I'm going to change that. I might bring that on as a tool and show you that, because that thing's pretty rad, but I just haven't.
I think we just got to use it. It'll be good. It would be good to use it in a rough-in, just to see what the time saving is versus conventional.
Yeah,
cooking.
I reckon. I think it would work. I think you just got to.
There's heaps of people raving about them at the moment because there's lots of different brands I think that are making them. And
it's not bad. It's good weight and stuff for sure.
Yeah.
So
Well, that actually leads on well because that's a 12-volt tool, isn't it?
Yeah,
Right.
12
Well, that leads on well to my tool because I bought this because I was rating the 12-volt Milwaukee stuff that I had, and I'd seen these online and I liked it because it's got sick LEDs on the front, but also it's just a really good. It's a new impact and it just works really well, and I use it all the time. It's a lot lighter than the bigger 18-volt ones, so I feel like it's good for fit-offs and carrying around when you're just doing bits and pieces. And yeah, I've got a 6 amp hour battery in it, which I don't think I've charged once since I bought this, and I bought it about 2 months ago. They go real good. It's got adjustable speed setting on it. Yeah, I rate it. I rate all the 12-volt stuff. I reckon I've got the mini grinder. I think we've talked about mini grinders heaps because they are like absolute game changer for us.
The 12-volt grinder has got to be the best. I reckon that's my
100%.
favourite 12-volt Milwaukee tool.
Yeah, 100%. That and we were going to talk about as well the soldering iron. The soldering iron's huge because when you're doing things like you were sort of going on to before about high-end properties and doing things like LED strips, you don't want to be getting a fucking blowtorch out in someone's high-end kitchen or something.
That's got to be the top two. We're pretty much all of us are running the 12-volt impact. Heaps of us are running that, and then. Mate, the grinder, we grind wall boxes into blockwork and stuff.
Yeah.
Cutting out bricks, chasing, the
tiles.
good thing is with them, you can't overcut them because it's literally, the grinder blade is the size of a GPO.
Yeah.
So you can go full ball as deep as you can and you can't overcut a PowerPoint. So I reckon it's perfect for giving to an apprentice because it's hard for them to fuck it up. So cutting tiles, all that stuff with that is an epic tool.
I use mine a lot actually to do cement sheet cutting as well because it's got a good. And
Yeah.
I used it recently, and I used the dust cover that goes on it, and actually used a vac, and it was so sick because it meant that I wasn't filling the whole joint full of dust, and I was still cutting out bathrooms and shit like that, and then tiles afterwards.
Yeah,
because no doubt a tiler will never fucking cut your PowerPoints out. Right?
Yeah,
or your switches out.
That's a given.
So that's a game changer for sure. So yeah, Milwaukee M12, get behind it.
Yeah,
Milwaukee, sponsor me please, because that'd be great. I'd love some free shit.
Other than that, I'll give you a little run through of what we do. So, New Age Electrical, we're a Ballina Byron-based business in that area, Northern Rivers, New South Wales. We've got a crew of around 18 dudes. So Sam's a project manager for me, and I think we're sitting around 18, 20 trades, and we've got there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 or 6 in the office full time.
Yeah.
So that's from project managers, estimators, admin, and then me and Jared, who are the directors, which we do heaps. We do all the important stuff.
Yeah. They're mainly sitting in the back area, just sort of quietly.
I'd like to say business development, which has been my week. This week has probably been a big sort of week of that. So moving into just, I guess, online presence is always big for us. So Instagram, stuff like that, but also Google SEO. I'm trying to pick that back up. We're so busy. I dropped off a lot of social media stuff. So I'm trying to pick all that back up now and start running that, hence doing this, the YouTube channel, trying to get some good content going. So, and then I guess your role.
Yeah, well, I suppose that was an interesting thing to talk about as well. You talking about what you were talking about then, is it goes back into like the state of things around here at the moment as well. Like we're doing those things because it has quietened off for the first time in a long time. So I think that's meaning that like you're looking at different avenues, right? And that's an interesting time.
Yeah, I think so. I think like everyone gets comfortable with how busy it is, and
like this area has been such an anomaly for so long in terms of the building industry that I think once
it's going to come, it's not going to halt, but it's going to, especially rolling through interest rates and stuff like that. Like people are going to tighten up, and then it's finding the ways where how do you keep a big business rolling through that? And that's probably a chat that we'll have. Like it's probably a podcast that we'll do, where we'll pull some different traders in who are running their own business and go through that of like what challenges are of being a bigger business, especially in an area here where we're probably not a huge business compared to in the cities and stuff like that. But for this area, we'd be one of the biggest electrical contractors in the whole area. Yeah, like we'd be top 5, if not 100%. One of the biggest. Yeah. And we've only been running for 4 years. So we've gone from 2 to 3, 4, and then boom, we kind of exploded, and I don't know if we could say we're offering something different, but we're definitely like to work closely with our clients and always come up with solutions and options. And we want to make sure we keep a good client relationship. And it's the same thing with our workers.
Yeah.
And like a big thing for us is our culture. And I think it's why we kind of keep the same crew working as well. Like it's not transient. It's not a transient company where we have people coming and going. We've got a lot of the solid same crew, and if people have left, it's because they've moved away.
Yeah,
it's not because they've moved on to other companies or anything like that.
No, especially not other companies locally. There's not been any of that. There's not a lot of migration through local companies into other companies. I think, just because, like you say, because of the culture and because it's a good place to work, but also there's that level of wanting to hang out outside of work as well. There's a lot of that goes on.
Everyone's mates.
We're all mates, and we all get on pretty well. There's no infighting. There's no one person.
Camp trip last week. The annual camp trip, which is always an interesting thing.
Entertaining.
We had about 15 of us go to that.
Yeah,
so
that was good.
That was good.
Good to get away. Good weather. There's surfing.
Some waves. Good. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that is a big part of it. Is just being just sort of being willing to hang out together and not because work does take a big part of your life at the end of the day, and if you're working with people that you don't fucking like, it's pretty shit.
Yeah, well, that was our goal starting the business, is we didn't ever want to have someone that doesn't fit in, and I think that's always a big thing with us with hiring someone is, and it's probably the same thing, we'd do another chat on that where how we hire people and why we do it. We can always talk about that, but like we always look at someone who fits in with the culture over someone who has a certain set of skills. Like it's all well and good hiring someone that's good, but if they don't fit in with people, and we've had that where we'll hire someone that we think will fit in, and the culture actually weans them out themselves. Like it's down to the guys who end up, we almost don't have to do anything because those people realize they get the picture and they go, I don't feel like I'm going to fit in here, and it's not. I think we're real tight. It's like a family. Like we are tight.
Yeah, fully. Yeah. But it speaks volumes of the culture as well. If the culture sort of sorts that out for you, do you know what I mean? If like you can instantly see that person doesn't work. Yeah,
100%.
Which I think is great.
I think that's like a massive part of the business is having all you guys wanting to rock up each day. If you've got dudes that are going, I can't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck today. I don't want to go. That's a reflection of the business, because if you've got somewhere that everyone's happy to turn up to each day, like, mate, that's what you want in the business. And that reflects on the people's work. It reflects on working for the builders who go, mate, the guys on site are awesome and get along with everyone. And I think it's like a reflection of the whole business. If people want to show up to work, they obviously give more of a fuck and they do better work.
But I think also as well, like, I think that culture ends up extending out to the builders that we work with as well. Like a lot of the builders that we work with continuously, we build those same relationships with those 100%. Builders, and then it's sort of a full flow-on effect into that, because then they want you to be there because you're going to have the work's going to get done well. Yeah, you're going to have fun while you're doing it, and the end product is mid, and you end up just enjoying the whole experience rather than, like you say, rocking up, having a shit time, arguing with all the fucking trades on site, arguing about all kinds of shit, not having a good time, and then that reflects in the end product as well. You just end up with a shit product, and no one's happy about it.
Sweet. All right. Well, that's the first one.
Done.
Could be shit. We don't know. We're making it up.
We'll find out.
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know for sure.
Yeah, write a comment if you're watching.
Yeah,
if
nothing watching. Shit.
If there is someone watching.
But not to be insulted either.
Yeah, I don't want to be.
I don't want to say, don't say something like you look
otherwise,
weird.
I'll just turn comments off.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't matter. I reckon we're going to be trying to bust them out each week. We are busy, so it's going to be hard. But if we can sit down, I just want to make them short, like 10 minutes, easy listening. If you're driving somewhere and you can listen, it's pretty much going to be people chatting shit. It's going to be like what you're going to hear in the smoko shed, really. Yeah. It might not be that enjoyable for people that aren't in the trade, but I want to try and make it something that's not just Sparkies that have to listen to it. Yeah. And we're going to get some builders on. We'll do all that sort of stuff as well. So see how we go. Stay tuned for episode 2. We actually did kind of do this on the fly, so we might have a bit more to talk about episode 2. We'll figure something out. So
we'll write some shit down.
Anyway, thanks for listening or watching, and see you soon.